Hey Giants Nation, thanks for clicking on the video. Today's video we're going to be talking about it's not a rumor, it's actually happened, that the Giants and the Lions have had at least talks of trading for their wide receiver Kenny Golladay. I am super excited about hearing that. Kenny Golladay is a stud. He's 6'4", he's 26 years old. He's on the last year of a rookie contract. And now, before we all get up in arms and say, we just traded for last year Leonard Williams, who was on a contract, let's not blow this out of proportion. Now, giving a third and a fifth for Williams, at the time, it wasn't great. He didn't really pan out last season. Leonard Williams is playing balls out this year, plain and simple. And plain and simple, the Giants need a big wide receiver on the edge. Look what Plaxico Burress did for Eli Manning when he came to the Giants. That big threat. And I understand that people probably do not want to give up any type of draft compensation. If they were smart, they would draft a player and then maybe a late round pick to get Kenny Golladay. Right now, I probably want to give more than a second. He is not one of the big names that are out there. He is a big name, don't get me wrong. But he's not Mike Evans or Michael Thomas or anybody like that. He can be very good. He's just not there yet. What that tells me is that the Giants at least know that the receivers that they have, they are good, but they are not. They're not going to get the Giants over the hump. I've been saying this for months, that the Giants have great slot receivers. Golden Tate is a slot receiver. Sterling Shepard is a slot receiver. If Engram was to go out to the wide receiver position, he would be a slot receiver. He would not be. You can't rely that big man on the outside. Now they have Slayton on the other side, and he's 6'1", and he's a fast guy. If they can complement that with a big receiver at the 2, fantastic. Now, even if they don't get Golladay, it makes me think that they are looking for wide receivers out there, and there are a few potential. You have Allen Robinson, A-Rob, for the Chicago Bears, who is another person who have told the Bears that they want to be traded, and he's another big receiver. And the last guy who comes to mind is there's actually a couple. There's Juju Smith-Schuster, who is kind of in the mix. Now that they have Chase Claypool, who's balling out, they have Deontay Johnson, they have Washington. I see him kind of being out of the mix, and he's up for a contract. Now, he's up for a contract. A-Rob's up for a contract. The Giants are going to have to sign a wide receiver. And what better than to bring them in and actually sign the guy that they could potentially want. Marvin Jones has been thrown around, but he's a little older. AJ Green for the Bengals has been thrown around too. At least they see that they are lacking there. Sterling Shepard is a great route runner. Going one-on-one against a defender and those jump balls, putting them up high, he's not going to win them all the time. So you got to get that tall receiver who Daniel Jones can. I've seen a million times with Eli Manning and Plaxico Burress. Eli's getting pressure, and he just throws it up to Plaxico, and Plaxico 90% of the time got the ball. So I would be all for a Kenny Golladay trade. They gotta sign him. If Gettleman were to trade for him and not sign, if they're not thinking about firing him right now, that would be the straw that broke the camel's back of just you've got to go away. You brought somebody in and you didn't sign him. That's the only way that I think this would work out, is if you trade for it and you sign him faster than you did Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams is just a franchise, and you can't bring him in and you can't franchise that player because wide receivers are getting buco bucks, so you can't do that. So, Kenny Golladay, that's a big get. Maybe they should be looking at cornerback, because they really don't have a number 2. But at least Gettleman is trying to get Daniel Jones some help. There is a big stat that came out that the Giants have a 43% pressure rate, and the next closest is 38% for the Dallas Cowboys. That's huge. He's holding the ball too long, so that's his fault. But the receivers have to get open too. You get that big receiver, it could change. So that's all I've got for that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give me a like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.